Hey everybody, this is Daryl, aka The D from the Simply Incredible podcast, and Happy New Year! It is January 1st, 2018. 2018. Man, it's been a good year. Well, all 7 hours of it so far. Okay, slight exaggeration, more than that. But 2017 was a really great year for me personally, going to San Diego Comic Con, being able to hang out with some of my best friends doing the podcast. And by the way, that is coming back very, very soon. So much more that 2018 or 17 was awesome. The books have been great. So many awesome books. And right at the very end of the year, we get some sad news that some of the titles are going to be canceled, which I hate to hear that because if it's some of the books that I love, I'm gonna be so sad and just heartbroken over them, like I'm breaking up with somebody, losing a relationship, and to have books that you love and know, okay, people don't like them enough to keep them around. It sucks. It really sucks. So yeah, and again, what big thing is sales. If they're not selling, people aren't buying, and that really stinks. Well, obviously, if they're not selling, people aren't buying. Duh. But if they're not selling, then the companies have no choice but to say either let's try to go a different direction with them, or just cut them loose. And I hate that because there are people week in and week out, or monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, depending on when the books come out. They're looking forward to those books, and their book's not going to be there, and it stinks. It really does. But that's my little rant there, even though it was really a butchered rant, but it was a rant nonetheless. But let's get to the awards. I've got 6 or 7 awards, something like that. I lose track. We'll start off with the Writer of the Year. There's been some awesome stuff out there this year. Lots of different writers. Some writers that are coming up that I've never heard of, but some of their books have been phenomenal. And for me, my Writer of the Year is Donnie Cates. I had the privilege of meeting him down in Charlotte this year. Really, really nice dude. And 3 of the books in particular that he come out with that made this choice kind of easy for me, actually, was God Country. Awesome story. Only a 6-issue run, but really, really good story. So very, very happy that that come out this year. Really enjoyed that. Next, he also come out with Baby Teeth. This is Aftershock. God Country was Image. So 2 different companies right there. And thirdly, he come out with Redneck. It's pretty impressive to have anybody out there to come out with a bunch of different titles that I enjoy. And someone else that did that was Marguerite Bennett. She's also had some good titles out there this year that I really, really like. Let me get these straight, keep everything straight. So Donnie Cates was my Writer of the Year. And by the way, this is kind of a tag video also. So if you watch it and you're doing videos, tag you're it. I would definitely love to hear your best of 2017 as well. So that being that, next it's gonna be my cover of the year. Now this is the A cover. This is your regular covers. Okay. I also have a category for variants, and then I have another category for like the high end variants, the ones you have to pay more than like your retail cover prices for. Your $15 and up ones, I kind of like to say, maybe $10 and up variant covers. It's that not everybody can get, because quite honestly, where I live, most of the variants I can't even get, which really stinks. But that's neither here nor there. My cover of the year, and again, these are so subjective because there's so many great covers, so many great artists out there. So mine is going to be Batman 24. Why Batman 24? But not only just because of the cover, which I love this cover, but also because of the meaning behind the cover. I don't mean the bat symbol behind the cover, but this is the issue where Batman finally proposes to Catwoman after all these years of fighting and stuff. And in my mind, I feel like they've done this before. They might not have, but it seems like in my mind at some point I don't know. they've had such an on and off relationship for how many decades now. So that's gonna be my cover of the year. And I mean, they've made what I think 4 printings. So that says a lot about just a cover kind of in the middle of a run, with that many printings. Also, again, because the story, will she not say yes? But everybody always just immediately assumed that, the engagement issues they were calling, but it's really the proposal issue because at the end she did not answer. So there you go. Did she? Didn't she? Who knows? Actually, we do know. We find that out later, but I'm not going to spoil it. But that's my cover of the year. Again, not just because the actual cover itself, but because of the meaning behind this cover also, which I love that one. Let's see, my variant of the year. And this one, it was pretty easy up until like the last 2 weeks. And a cover come in, I was like, man, that's an awesome cover. That is a great cover. And this is the one that came in second. And again, it just come out. It is from J.G. Jones. It is Justice League. Number, was that 35? Number 35. So it's either out just last week or week before last. And I saw this cover. It's like, oh my goodness, that is beautiful. So this right here, again, a very close second for me this year. But the number one for me is going to be Harley Quinn number 30, the Halloween cover by Frank Cho. And I could have picked about 8 different issues from Frank Cho's Harley Quinn run. Jenny Frezon, some of her Wonder Woman issues. Stanley Artgerm for was it Supergirl? There were some great covers from some of these artists. So definitely could have picked any number of those. And my A copy cover of the year also could have picked something from like Alex Ross. Alex Ross. It's Alex Ross. I mean, come on. But this is the one I ended up going with for my variant of the year. I love the cover. It just looks great to me. Harley the Witch, instead of riding a broom, she's riding her mallet there, which I think is awesome. Got the bat logo in the background. Awesome Halloween tribute there. Again, my opinion only. Next is going to be my kind of upscale variant of the year. The reason I call it that, again, is because these are the issues that you generally are not going to find at your local shop. You might have to buy them online. If you have a really good shop like your Midtown Comics and places like that, you'll be able to find these. But people like me that, their shop gets like 5 copies of a book, it's, you can't really get too many of the good variants. But mine was, if you've seen some of my videos recently, you might know which one it's going to be. It is my San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Wonder Woman number 26. Love this cover, and I recently put on a video. If I can get her to sign this, I can just tap out now. My life is done. Slight exaggeration. Slight. But I love this cover. I also got the Justice League cover, but it's just not the same. It's not only the cover, but I thought the movie was absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, my comic book movie of the year, which might be spoiling a video that we may be doing soon. But love this cover. Gail, she did an amazing job as Wonder Woman. And this right just feels like a classic, awesome pose. Just that warrior pose. I love it, love it, love it. And I know I'm kind of cheating a little bit by, having a photograph of it, but of the, being a photo cover instead of an artist cover, I still love it. It's awesome. But so that's my kind of upscale cover of the year. And I know there's so many great artists out there who did so many great things. Deodato, he's done some awesome stuff. Campbell, obviously, J. Scott Campbell. Man, I'm trying to think of so many. Art Germs did some. Gosh, it's a long list of great artists out there that did some amazing variants. The harder to get ones. Mark Brooks. I know he's did some amazing ones as well. But that's my pick there. Now for my company of the year. This right here will surprise some people, I think. It's not DC Comics this year. It is Image Comics. Image this year to me has done some amazing stuff. You got Redneck here, Crosswind. Crosswind, so far we're up to issue 5, I believe. Cat Staggs and um, Gail Simone. Gail Simone and Cat Staggs. They have done amazing with this. I love this series. To be honest with you, I just think that it's not over yet. That's why it did not win Story of the Year for me. Or did I spoil that? I might have spoiled that just now because it's not my Story of the Year, but it's a very very close one. I literally the only reason I think it's not is because it's not over yet, and you never know if they could butcher it at the end, which I doubt it because so far it's been great. What else? This Walking Dead thing is still going on. It's kind of lost a little bit of its luster recently, but still, The Walking Dead, the books are better than the show, and I still love the show. I know this year's people have been really giving the show a lot of crap. I understand it's definitely not what it was 5 years ago, but I'm still loving it. And what else? This, did I not bring a Spawn? I didn't bring a Spawn. I meant to have a Spawn here too. I don't know why I didn't grab a Spawn. I meant to. The Spawn covers to me this year have kind of dropped just a little bit. Not as good as they have been, but I still think they're pretty doggone awesome. But that's my company of the year. And DC, I'll be honest with you, I actually had DC as my company of the year until I started going through some of these to pick up a couple of covers to show you guys. And before I get there, I'm like, dang, they really had a great year. I really like what they've done this year. The DC Rebirth I think has been really really good. A lot of the titles have been awesome. Even though again I've heard a couple of the titles from them may be getting canceled, like Blue Beetle. I think someone told me Cyborg. Now that I have not confirmed on, but I think people have been mentioning that. And I thought there was one more, but it might just been two from DC. I thought Marvel did not have a great year up until, for me, about the last 2 months. And I really think the Marvel Legacy, is really turning things around. And I really expect them to have a really big 2018. I sure hope so because I'm a DC guy, but I do love Marvel Comics as well. If Marvel Comics are doing better, it's better for everybody. For me, anyway. When DC and Marvel are both doing great stuff, I think it makes the whole thing just roll better. That's just me. But Image Comics, again, I think from top to bottom, has been a very good run of stuff. My last category is going to be my title of the year. This one, again, very hard because so many great titles have come out this year. But my title of the year went from beginning to end was God Country. A really, really good 6-issue run. They also had another one that was close was Reborn. I thought that was a phenomenal run as well. I believe that was Image as well. I didn't bring that one out here. I think that was also Image. But this series right here I thought has been awesome. Again, Donny Cates had 3 of my favorite books this year. So love that. And but this right here I just thought it was just like a step above the rest of them. And I really got lucky to find this A cover at a con. Got it real cheap too. So I was really happy about that. But love this story. Again, highly, highly recommend it. Very, very highly recommend this. About an old man with Alzheimer's disease, and then that sword comes to his life, and everything changes. Really awesome story. So again, definitely recommend checking that out. That's my little award show. Little have fun with it. Little enjoy the 2017 comics. So many more great ones out there. Again, if you're watching, tag your it. Please make a video because I would love to see your choices as well because there's so many great things out there that, you know what, I might have just forgotten. Some of the stuff I may have just forgotten. Some of the stuff I may have never even picked up and will give me go, hey, you know what, let me check that out. That could be awesome. But that's, again, my little award show. Again, have a very awesome 2000, you know what, not an awesome, we're going to kick it up a notch. Have a simply incredible new year because you can make it anything you want. You can make it awesome, you can make it horrible. And sometimes little things kind of factor into that as well. But make this year simply incredible. You guys, have a good day.